You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everyone, what's up? Happy Monday to everybody. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful start to your day. It is the beginning of a new week, new journeys, and new businesses, new videos, new content, new truths, new books. Oh boy, it's a lot of stuff going on, you guys. We're going to be talking a little bit about Kim Porter, also about, of course, Diddy, and some allegations about the book. And if you guys have read the book or believe the book or do not believe the book, please feel free to put it in the chat. But on the way in, of course, make sure you guys like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table. If you're new here, please and thank you. And also feel free to hit the membership button. And if you want to donate to the commentary or to the channel, is $ the Hood Table 402. That is the Cash App for the Hood Table. Please and thank you very much. And what up, Shopper King? How you doing this afternoon or early evening? I hope all is well with you. I'm trying to pull up this this screen right here so I can, let's see. I just want to read a little bit of something. But you guys, okay, so basically everybody knows what's been going on with Diddy. If you don't know what's been going on with Diddy, then you really have been sleeping under a rock. But with all the allegations and the charges and the RICO charges and everything that's coming to light about Diddy and about the company he kept, all his previous past acquaintances, relationships, a lot of that, is in the news right now, including news of his ex, or allegations, I should say, about his ex, Kim Porter, his ex-wife. Now, we all know that Kim Porter passed away at the age of 47. Rest in peace, Kim. Beautiful, beautiful woman, mother, talented woman. She passed away at the age of 47 in 2018. We all know that at around that time when she passed away, they first thought that it was cardiac arrest. Then they said it was pneumonia. So after they first initially said it was cardiac arrest, nearly 2 months after that, the LA coroner's office confirmed that the model and actress had died from pneumonia. Now, ever since then, a lot of people have been wanting the police or the authorities to dig a little bit deeper, because some people did not, including her ex and mother of her son, I'll be sure. He was one of the main people who was advocating and still advocating. If you follow him on social media, he's been advocating. Hey, Sarah, how you doing, boo? He has still been advocating for the authorities to dig a little bit deeper into her death, because a lot of people knew, even she had mentioned when she was sick to certain people, like I'll be sure, that she was very healthy. She had no, health problems, nothing that needed attention, as far as her health is concerned. And so all of a sudden she just got sick and then she died. So, that has came back to light recently. One second, y'all. Let me get something to drink. Had to take a sip of water there, excuse me. But yeah, so her death has come back into light, and a lot of things has arose lately, including books and this memoir from supposed to be from Kim. It's supposed to be from Kim. Now there are some books out there that were from Kim, except for this memoir. It comes out like years after she died, which a lot of people are skeptical about, and the fact that it says, what is it called? Hold on, let me pull it up. It's called Kim's Lost Words. That's what it's called. So a lot of people are very skeptical of this book. And if you go to the book on Amazon, I have to admit I haven't ordered it yet. I was going to order it, and I still might order it. I still might order it. But when I got to looking at some of the reviews on the book and noticed some things that just didn't line up right according to like timeline, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. The book is real juicy. I mean, if you read the book, even if you just read the free section, which is like, Amazon offers, if the author allow it, Amazon also offers like a example. Hold on, let me pull it up. And hey, how you doing? Make sure you come on in and like the video. What up, Outcast to Society? You said bless your hearts. Hey, how you doing? Make sure you like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. So I have the book pulled up here. Hold on, because I sent it to somebody to read. Okay. All right. And again, if you have read the book, please let me know if you've already read the book and what you think about the book. I might be dropping a link. I'm not sure, but if anybody wants to jump up here and discuss it with me, I might drop the link for you guys. But I really didn't plan on being on here, too long. But yeah, so it has a sample. It also has disclaimers. One thing I noticed about the book just from the samples is that a lot of people names are missing. Instead of like certain people names, it has like X's. Like, I don't know. Let's say when I'm just making something up off the top of my head to give you an example. Diddy slept with XXXXX, just a whole bunch of XXXX on July 19, 2011. And after he slept with XXXXX, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the names are here, and you kind of have to use your imagination. Like some people have filled in J-Lo and some of the the X's. Some people have filled in like Will Smith. Some people have filled in like, you kind of like gotta use your imagination and then go by like things we might have heard in the past, storylines, allegations of things that we might have heard in the past. And yeah, I would like to hear what she has to say too. I would like to hear about what a lot of people have to say about the book, because the only thing that I have heard so far was I'll Be Sure and what he had to say about the book. That's the only thing I've heard so far. You said it's a redacted government document. You said I like to, hold on, let me go back. Okay. I was going to listen to a live reading. I have been listening. I actually, who was it? Was it John? What is that man's name? Oh my God. I just was watching him on YouTube. Is it King Jives? I think it was King Jives who was reading from the book. A lot of people are reading from the book. And I have listened to the book, and I'm telling you, it sounds really juicy. And some of the things that's going on in that book that I've heard, it does sound believable. It does sound believable. But I'm going to pull this up real quick because I just want to read some of the reviews to you. Let me go all the way down. Okay. Now, the first review on this book says the first inaccuracy of this book was on page 5, where Kim claims she was sleeping with Diddy when she turned 20, which doesn't correlate to the fact that she was with Al B. Shore when she turned 19 in 89 and stayed married to him till 91. She didn't start her relationship with Diddy until 94. So that was like the first thing somebody pointed out in the book. And that's, if that is true, then that's about 4 years off. The book is about 4 years off. Now, some people say bought on Amazon, just finished reading. It really sounds like it's true. And if it's true, Diddy is responsible for at least 6 murders, and there is some wild sexual stuff that has gone on with many celebrities. And Sean Combs, now again, this is alleged because the X's where it says like XXXX instead of a person's name in the book, you just got to use your imagination and go with history and storylines and allegations over the years, right? But it says that Sean Combs apparently slept with Will Smith, Bieber, Usher, Jay-Z. It's a lot of celebrities in there that it says it's alleged, right? I have to say alleged because you know the names aren't in there. Now there was a particular names in there that Kim, if this is her words, said that he actually slept with, and she did mention names. And there's like allegedly Clive, and we done all heard a lot of stories about Clive over the years, right? Also, Pac. There were some allegations that he tried to sleep with Pac in the book, but Kim and shout out Pac, because I just in my heart of hearts, if somebody would have ever told me that Pac got down like that, I just wouldn't believe it. You would have to show me video proof, pictures, um, audio. I don't know. I would never. I don't know what it is. It's just Pac. He just don't seem like the kind of person. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not trying to say something that's against, homosexuality or whatever. That being part of the community, you do what you do. That's not for me to judge. But Kim, she straight up said when he heard that basically P Diddy didn't like exactly ask him to have sex. But matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I can for the people who haven't read it, what I can do is pull it up and you guys could basically let me read it. Let me read it. And this, the part again, I'm not 100% sure that this book is totally true. I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. But as far as Pop, okay, here we go. I'm gonna just read this little portion. Okay, so this is from Kim's Lost Words, and this is in chapter 6. And it says, from the beginning, and I was just a couple of chapters, it's just excerpts, examples. But it says Biggie took over East Coast hip hop, and Sean was the brilliant mind that orchestrated it. He hired people to teach Chris how to flow and write his lyrics. He hired the best producers to do the beats, although he took credit for them, and the music was unstoppable. At this time, Sean was sleeping with all the power players and everyone that wanted to do music, wanted to be a bad boy. Sean willed and dealed in a way that would have been unthinkable to many. He slept with the guys that really controlled the music to stay on top, i.e., Clive Davis, that is. A lot of the names average people have never heard of. These are the guys that made the decisions on who is winning and who is not. He hosted parties that were just a fancy name for orgies, and everyone wanted it. When I met Pac, who she called Tupac, but she calls him Pac as well. She said, when I met Tupac, Sean and I had an open relationship. And mind you, this is chapter 6. There's a lot of stuff in there before chapter 6, but this is chapter 6. And she said, when I met Tupac, Sean and I had an open relationship. And yes, I slept with Pac. Shit, he was sexy. Sean didn't mind. Well, not until he tried to get Pac to join both of us. And again, they had a lot of threesomes in the past with guys, girls, you name it. But she said Pac was not good with that. This is where the relationship between them became strained. Tupac wasn't going to accept Sean's advances. Pac wasn't gay, and he was pissed about the advances. We were all in Sean's house. I was drinking, they were smoking, and everyone was just relaxing. Sean came in, and on what I am sure he would call a smooth approach. My baby is bad, isn't she? Pac threw a sly smile. Hell yeah. I felt myself blush. Sean was now in full swing. You think you hit it better than me? Because mind you, he had already known that she had slept with Pop. She said it was a mistake, but he knew that already. And so Sean or Diddy asked him, you think you hit it better than me? And Porter says, I couldn't believe he disrespected me that way. I was not playing with my response. Sean, what the fuck? Pot came to my defense. Damn, bro, you ain't got to do the sister that way. Tupac appeared upset beyond Sean's words, but Sean went in for the kill regardless. Child. Sean said, I think my dick's bigger than yours. I bet I can make her come faster than you. What's up? Pac was appalled. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? I ain't trying to run no fucking train. Sean continued. What you scared of? Let's see who fucks her better. Let her be the judge. Yes, at this point we have been inviting others into our bed for a while, but I am not used to and will not stand for disrespect. I wasn't the only one upset. Pac shouted, nigga, you talking about pulling your fucking dick out? Sean was undaunted. What, you scared? Tupac simply left. And for what the book says, things were contentious since then. The two could not be in the same room. Pac avoided me as much as he did Sean. And when they did bump into each other, the tension was palpable. It felt like blows could be thrown at any moment. But get this, y'all. Get this, y'all. Hey, PDP. Hey, Miss Coffee. How y'all doing? What up, Charlie? How you doing? Charlie, a lot of people are saying this stuff is fake. That's why I titled the video. That's why I titled the video the way I did, because a lot of people are saying this book is fake. And that has a lot of inconsistencies and courting timelines. So I'm just, we just talking about it. We just talking about it. But then Kim goes on to say, months passed with only the tension between them. It was uncomfortable, but nothing life or death. Then one day while we were at the studio, it happened. I walked into Sean's office and he was having, in quotations, the conversation. Sean sat across from Jimmy Henchman. Pac don't leave that fucking studio alive. Y'all hear that? Kim said she walked into Sean's office and he was having the conversation. Sean sat across from Jimmy Henchman. Pac don't leave that fucking studio alive. I don't think I was supposed to hear it. I continued as if I didn't. Hey, Sean. Good morning, Jimmy. They didn't seem to think I heard anything. I'm ordering breakfast. Smiling, Sean replied first. Let me get eggs sunny side up with grits and some orange juice. I could see he was hungover. Good. I don't want him knowing I know anything. If he had just put a hit on, and that's where it ends. That's where it ends. I don't know if it's fake, Charlie. I don't know. It's juicy. I mean, I haven't even ordered the whole book because I have been a little skeptical after reading reviews and hearing other people talk about it. I might still order the book, just because. But shoot, you don't even have to order the book because there's a lot of even YouTubers that are reading the book. So you can keep your $21 if you want. And just watch other people or listen to other people read it. Everybody from King Jives to a lot of people, a lot of bloggers are just reading it on their lives. So, I mean, if you just want to have it in your own possession, of course, go out and buy it. But other than that, you don't have to. You really don't have to. Now, I want to read something that Albie Shore, because again, like I started off, Albie Shore is one of the people who are saying, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And he ain't going for it, and he's upset. Matter of fact, there's also threats of a lawsuit for the author of this book because the author is not Kim. The author is not Kim. So it's allegations of a lawsuit against the author of this book. Okay? And the author is Jamal Millwood. Jamal T. Millwood. Right now, the book has 3 stars. And when you look at the reviews, it has, okay, here it is. It has 5 stars, 32%. 4 star, 6%. 3 star, 13%. 2 star, 6%. And the highest rating is 1 star. Can you believe that? The highest rating for this book is 1 star at 43%. So there's more 1 stars than anything on this book. So again, I would too. Hey, Miss LA Boo, I would love to see the original. No, 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 no. It's no, Charlie. It ranges from 5 stars to 1 star, but I'm saying the 1 star has the highest percentage. So it has, people have marked it as 5 star, 4 star, 3, 2, all the way to 1. People have been rating it as all of those, different people. But I'm saying the highest ranking percentage or stars is the 1 star. So that means more people have been saying it's a 1 star book than anything else. So more people have been saying 1 star than the people who have been saying 5 star. Yeah, so yeah, there are some 5 stars on there, but for the most part, they're mostly 1 star. Yeah, the highest is 1 star. Ain't that crazy? And if anybody wants me to drop the link, I can drop the link if anybody wants to join me. But yeah, and that's crazy for me because, like I said, the book is really juicy. Like the first time when she mentioned that he asked her, allegedly, that he asked her to put a butt plug in him. And it's funny they say butt plug because what was that, all these freak offs? A whole bunch of dildos, a whole bunch of butt plugs for the ones who can't take the whole dildo. 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. But the first page, or the first there's a disclaimer on page 2 of the book. It says one of Kim Porter's final wishes was for this memoir diary to be made public. And it says, out of protection for certain parties and their potential criminal activities, some celebrities, performers, and events have been represented with X's due to their highly explosive nature. At some point in the future, this information will be revealed to the public. Regarding Kim's sudden death and the mysterious illnesses of not only Kim, but I'll be sure, and also Jamie Foxx, evidence does exist that points to foul play and or poisoning. Now, that is one reason why a lot of people want her death, the case, to be reopened. I don't even think it was like a case per se, because remember, they thought it was cardiac arrest, and then they said it was pneumonia. But certain people like Albie Shore, which is her oldest son's father, has said he always talked to Kim and she was never sick. She was always healthy. And even when she was sick, from what she was going through, she was like, I don't know what's wrong. I was fine. And now I'm sick in the hospital. And then we know Albie Shore had got sick as well. He was in the hospital for some time. We also know Jamie Foxx. Ooh, I was praying hard for that one because I love me some Jamie. Jamie Foxx, in the middle of recording or filming a movie, he had was put in the hospital, and a lot of people didn't think he was gonna make it. He didn't even think that he was gonna make it. Uh-huh. Yep. But PDP said Jamal is a pen name. Some white dude named Chris Todd. I think that's what you meant to say. Chris Todd or Church. Yeah, I think you meant to say Chris Todd wrote the book. But yeah, so let me go on and read this from Albie Shore. Okay. So this is what Albie Shore had to say. Unfortunately, Kimberlina was taken away from us too soon, and before she could complete her true thoughts before this fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance on her... Wow. Maybe I should have read this first because that just struck me right there. Hold up. It said, unfortunately, Kimberlina was taken away from us too soon, and before she could complete her true thoughts before this fake, unauthorized, edited book released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. Now, y'all do remember that there was allegations that Puff, or Diddy, I still call him Puff, but that Diddy had allegedly tried to erase her from social media, like especially on Wiki. I don't know if y'all remember that. But yeah, so this is what Al is talking about right here. How things on her computer disappeared and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal abuses, being drug, the trafficking, They said sex trafficking and human trafficking she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Mrs. Cassie Ventura. Shout out again to Cassie, even though people like Kaya was like, bitch, you stayed there for 10 years. It must not have been that bad. But anyway, Kaya, Kaya's a trip. But akin to the brave actions of Miss Cassie Ventura, pose a threat to those profiting from such heinous activities. In a nutshell, Kimberly was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Mrs. Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. Let us honor the memory of Lady KP, acknowledging the strength, struggle she faced, and the truth she sought to reveal. Again, this is from Albie Shore's IG. Okay, so he says, acknowledging the strength, struggles she faced and the truth she sought to reveal in her own personal notes. Not this fake, unauthorized nonsense using my name to keep dragging me as social punishment for exposing this years ago. So I'll be sure thinks that this is also punishment for him exposing this years ago. He said there will be a significant suit headed for the heads. Okay, they had said allegedly, but he's making this clear on IG. There would be a significant suit headed right for the heads of the responsible parties who dragged my name into this bullshit. Kim and I talked right up a few days before her demise. Remember, I just told you that. He was always talking to her even when she was sick. And he said she was in good health and we are in such a great friend space reminiscing about old times. So at the time when she was on her sick and shut-in bed, he said she was in good health and they were in such a great place because, she had said that was her longtime friend, not only her ex, not only her oldest son's father, but also one of her longest, best friends. And he said they were reminiscing about old times and celebrating their son's accomplishment. Around that time, he was getting in good with the TV shows and the series. Remember he was on Empire. But he said we must continue to advocate for justice and ensure that every one of the individuals who conspired against her are held accountable and prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. Thank you to all the hashtag law enforcement agencies for their unwavering dedication to uncovering a portion of the truth. There's more. He said, rest in power, Lady KP. Your true legacy will not be forgotten. Most importantly, please pray for the kids. There is no validation in my claims coming true. There has been way too much collateral damage and death everywhere. And it says hashtag BCAC, which means before coma, after coma. And you know what the first comment is? Somebody put, oh, people, ooh, the internet is ruthless. After all that, the first comment under that said, so just by reading the excerpts, you and Puff slept together? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Child. Then somebody said Kim is talking from the grave just like Tupac. Tupac has been talking from the graves. Tupac has been talking from the graves. Now, let me drop this link just in case anybody wants to join. Hold on. Hey, Verbo Assassin, a.k.a. Deanna. Hey, boo. Okay, I dropped the StreamYard just in case anybody wants to join me. But I absolutely believe that Tupac has been speaking from the grave. I really hope that before, it's like, he's not my child, obviously. He's not even a loved one or a family member. But before I leave this earth, before the good Lord called me home, I really wish we had the true people, not allegations, not speculations, of who was responsible for Biggie and who was responsible for Pac. Two ends of the United States, two coasts, two different coasts. I really wish. They've been investigating this for so long. They arrested certain people. We still don't really know. You know what I mean? We still don't really know. Now, from that excerpt of the book that I read to you from what allegedly Kim Porter said about Biggie telling, that guy Pac is not to leave that hotel, leave that studio alive. And she ends it with, if he really, put a hit out on him. And that's where it ended as far as the free excerpts. Now to read what was after that, You have to get the whole book. Or again, like I said, there's a lot of people who's reading the book on here on social media. There's a lot of people reading the book on here. But one thing that I must say that I can believe in, and that's the fact that, and I'll just say allegedly, just because I do believe that all these parties and things that was going on, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, the freak offs and everything, I do believe that Diddy has been that way for years. Even as Kim said when they first met. And I do believe, I can believe, this is just me. I can believe that out of protection from his way of life, that some people could have probably been hurt for that reason alone. For that reason alone. Now, as far as Pac, she said it was contention between them ever since he was, offered basically a threesome for him and Sean or Diddy to sleep with Kim. Pac was basically outraged. He walked out the room. Him and Diddy wasn't cool ever since that day. Now, you talking celebrities of their status, as much money they have, as much power as they have, I can believe that a lot of these people, if somebody was to even threaten to expose just a little piece of what they were involved in, I believe some people could have been hurt. Could have been hurt. Now, I do believe that Kim, when she was writing her book before she passed, they say this book isn't really all her, from her mouth, from her mind. They say it's fake. A lot of people say it's fake. I do believe that, a lot of what she was going to write about was going to reveal, what was really going on with Diddy. I do believe that. Now, whether he has something to do with her illness and death, with Albie Shore, or anyone else, we there's I don't think there's enough proof of that. And the one thing I have a question of, and then I'm going to read some more of y'all comments. One thing I have a question of is if this really happened, as far as like he be responsible for her death and for other people like Jamie Foxx's illness, Albie Shore illness. Why now? Why wait to expose that? Why wait to bring that to the light now that Diddy is arrested for RICO charges? Why didn't they bring that out before? Like she's been dead how many years? 2018? Uh-huh. It's been like 6 years. So if this was the case and if they really wanted somebody to look into it, why wait all this time? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like if Kim, like, because the person who put the book out, in the book it says that she wanted people to know about this, but she didn't want to hurt her children. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. I'll have to go look through all this stuff. Okay, I'm not going to go through all these pages. But she did mention something about that she didn't want to hurt her children. She knew that it was going to affect her children. That's one thing that she did say. But still, the person who actually put it out, did she say, if such and such happened, then put it out? Or on such and such date, then put it out? Once all my children is grown, then put it out? I'm like, I just wonder, why they waited so long. That's my question. Now let me read some of y'all comments. Let's see. You said, "Hey, the hood table chat. It took me about 5 minutes to type in the chat. YouTube, girl, they be tripping. But then again, it could be StreamYard too. I don't know. Now, Miss LA say, I always wonder what was really going on with her death. It did sound skeptical, right? Right. Very healthy. Not old. She was still young. Still doing her thing. And Deanna said, did Cassie ever state she was writing a book? I never heard anything about Cassie writing a book. Petey said he needs to tell what he knows. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the thing about it is, a lot of people think Diddy is going to be snitching too. Will he snitch? People say it might be in his best interest. But the thing about it is, if he snitch, what type of people are he going to snitch on? Because I cannot imagine him typing on the real big wigs, like the ones who are in charge of the industry that we know was part of those parties and other parties. Okay? We already know this, right? We already know this. The Weinsteins, the Epsteins, we already know this. We already know this. There's a lot of people way at the top, way at the top. But you also got to know that when you reach that high, oh, they gonna come down. And while he locked up in jail, there will be not enough protection for certain people. We got to know that, right? Because there are some people who are so big and so high up, they will rather die than be exposed. There's no way that they would give up everything they have. Everything they have. A lot of these people are so rich, they don't ever have to work a day in their life again. They children's could survive off of all the money they have made. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people, they will see. If he was to expose some people, it would definitely probably be on his level or below. Because I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. But, and in the book, Kim does insinuate that he had something going on with Clyde. And she said they would hang out quite a lot. But she said she didn't think nothing of it because he was his boss and he was helping, Diddy do a lot of big things that most men dare to even dream. You know what I'm saying? So she did say they hung out a lot. And she did also, somewhere else in the book, she was basically like, why I gotta do that? Ain't you doing it with Clive? She didn't necessarily say that they were having sex. But she did say, ain't you doing enough with Clive? Why do you need me to do it? And what she was talking about was getting the plug, the dildo. Okay, the dildo, not plug. See, some men, they can only take a plug. Plug is just just go past the tight spot. The tight spot. The dildo, child, boy, not too many people can take a whole dildo up the rear end. I'm just saying. But anyway. Again, I'm still thinking if I want to get the whole book. If not, I'm not sure. I really wish a lot more people would come out and either vouch for the book, even if they say it's not real. I just really wish a lot of people, besides just Albie Shore, because Albie Shore, it was said in there that he was having sex with Diddy, and he and that's part of the reason why he said it's going to be a big suit to whoever and everyone that had a part in this book. That's what he said. It's going to be a large suit. Okay. Now let me see if I can get to that part where it talks about hold on. Okay, let's see. I want to get to the part where it talks about Albie Shore. Okay, here we go. I don't want to read too much. I'm trying to get right to it. Okay, so over the years, we brought other women into our bedroom periodically, and we were happy. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. Quincy was with the babysitter, that's her son by Albie Shore, and Sean was sitting with Albie Shore at the dinner table. I had a child with Al, and Sean was the father in Quincy's life. The awkwardness of it all being together had dissolved a long time ago, but it was still weird that they were here in my home together alone. I sat down and we had drinks. It was fun. The conversation was cool until it wasn't. Al was a little loose after a couple of drinks. I remember him saying, "It's still weird seeing you with my friend, but you're happy, so I'm happy for you guys." Sean responded, "Thanks, man. Me and you, we've shared so much." Al replied coolly, "Weird." No, I'll reply coolly. Word, word. They spelled it WERD. It should be WORD. Anyway, Al replied coolly. Word. The conversation took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, "We all been together sexually, but not together." I was shocked for a moment. As quietness lingered in the room, I asked, "What do you mean by all together?" Al shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. "You know how we sometimes invite other people into our bed?" I couldn't believe it. "Oh, hell no, Sean. This is my son's father. Al, say something." What Al said was mind boggling. "I don't know. It could be kind of hot. I miss you in that way." Although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Al, and this could be very hot. I just didn't want it to mess up my relationship. And if things became awkward, how would it affect Quincy? So I asked, "Are you both sure?" I imagined both of them inside of me. I knew this would be awkward sexually. There would be some bumping of genitals. But what happened next, I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams. Al XXXXX basically fucked him, did he? I couldn't believe it. I stood there and shot. But when Sean XXXX fucked Al, obviously that's what it's alleging, I ran out the room. She said, she ran out the room. She said it was one thing saying Diddy fuck Al. I mean, one thing saying Al fuck Diddy because she been knowing allegedly that he, been like getting fucked or getting dildos and anal balls and beads and butt plugs. She said she couldn't believe it. She stood there in shock. But when Sean turned around, she ran out the room. When she saw her baby daddy getting fucked by Diddy, she ran out the room. She said this was too much. I couldn't. Sean called out to me, "Oh, come on, Kimmy." And she said they didn't chase after me. They kept fucking. I couldn't get that image out of my mind. I couldn't be with Sean for a while, but that wouldn't be the last time I saw Sean in a compromising position, not by a long shot. One day I found the vault where he kept all of his encounters with men. Yes, he kept a record of it, but that's for later. And remember, I was saying the other day, who was I on here with? Was that Young? I think I was on here with Young, and he said something about I think we were talking about records or videos or something like that, footage or something. I said, remember also R. Kelly, he had, I mean, they said bags and bags and bags, duffel bags just full of video, audio, camera equipment, lights. They had, remember he had the dark room. Like people like that like to record and they like to keep it because they like to keep watching it over and over and over again. And it's kind of like even when people do something like they shouldn't do to like children or just in general, assault or something like that, even to grown-ups. Sometimes they'll keep something to remember them, either a video or like some underwear or a beret or a toy or something they like to keep in their archives for them to remember, and they get pleasure on reminiscing about that shit. Uh-huh. Now, PDP said, wasn't Andre Harrell mentioned at was Andre Harrell mentioned at all? I heard from a very reliable source over a decade ago that he was a Hey Girl. He was running Uptown Records where Puff got his start. Well, again, PDP, a lot of the people in here, their names are X'd out. So you kind of got to use your imagination. And again, I didn't buy the whole book. I'm just reading the free excerpts. Hey, Nita, if I don't have evidence of the truth, how can someone say it is fake? You got to have evidence of the truth as well. You got to have evidence of the truth. The thing about this type of situation with a book that's put out after somebody died. Like they said she was working on a book like this, a tell-all or something like that. But then she passed away. And then 6 years later, Diddy's arrested and now this book comes out. So how can you prove it's fake? How can you prove it's true? If the person is dead, how do we know for real that all these words in this book is of Kim's? I mean, we really have no way knowing. We really have no way knowing. And that's why I asked, do you guys believe that this is really her words? Or do some of y'all believe it's fake as well? Like some of the people on the blogs and some of the people who read the book and who are writing reviews on the book. So yeah, I put that out there. Now they're saying they purposely held back on the book until Pope got arrested because they knew that he would be able to kill it coming out. Pun intended. I got you. There's an interview with the publisher of the book. There was an interview and he said it was not a complete book and that there is more. Oh, okay. Well, it would be really nice if they just I mean, she's dead. So that's what I don't understand. If she's dead, why are they Xing out all the names in the book? Like, can't nobody do anything to her? Like, why are they still protecting the people in the book? That's what I don't understand. That's exactly why I don't understand. She died after she threatened to put a tell-out book and she came up, yep. And everything in her computer, they said a lot of stuff in her computer disappeared. So if a lot of things was in her computer, did she like send the book to somebody before then? Child. They said a lot of people are going to be facing some consequences. That's what they said. A lot of people are going to be facing some consequences. Now, last year, or was that this year? See, so much has been going on. Was it last year when they say this is the year of exposure? Or was it this year when they said this is the year of exposure? I think it might have been last year. I think. But it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Just imagine if there was like a full exposure. All the people that we grew up listening to, dancing to, all the celebrities, all the rumors, all the allegations, for it to be a true tell all. But could it ever? Could it ever? Because I know somebody told me one day, you can't call it a society. You know, these things, these secret parties and these secret rendezvous, these freak offs, you know, whatever they want to call them, by whatever celebrity that has them. I still call them a society. A society of people who they can come in, who knows? They could be paying like, I don't know, mostly the people who do those things are rich. They could be paying $50,000 a month for these things. They could be paying $100,000 a month. They could be paying $1 million a year for these things. They could be paying, you know what I'm saying? I know this ain't no free shit. All these freak offs and other type of parties and other type of things that these different celebrities have done in the past involving assault and abuse and these type of parties. I'm gonna just use that word. Some of them had got arrested. Some of them are even off themselves because they dare face prosecution and they dare snitch. So just even the Epstein thing, like that lets you know right there alone that this shit goes so damn deep and back so damn far for you to literally off yourself because you don't want to face your punishment and you don't want to snitch. That obviously means that you're in fear of much more than just jail. Just jail. So I'm just saying, Kim is already dead. So why are we still protecting these names in the books? Mm-hmm. Diddy pissed Quincy Jones' daughter's picture of Ginger Ale. Who knew what? You know what? You said Noah was a hold up. Noah was a strap on. He was getting paid. Yeah, by Kim. Is you talking about by Kim? Yeah, she was using a dildo strap on. It's the same thing, child. Whether you hold it in your hand, whether you suction it on the wall or on the floor, or whether somebody got it on a strap on, it's still a dildo, child. Whoo. That's hood talk. Word, word. I always spell word, W-R-D. Word, what up? Word. For real, word. For real. You said that's all Alice trying to sue for. Not the baby daddy. Yes, the baby daddy, Charlie. He was allegedly screwing the baby daddy. Allegedly. What up, Coco? You have to watch the interview with the publisher. You will know why I'm on the side of the book. Kimora Lee, hold on. Kimora Lee is the one that had the flash drive with her memoirs on it. And why did Russell Simmons run the ballet when the Me Too thing was happening? Oh, I think we can all guess why he went to Bali, and he should have took Diddy with him. Hell, why don't they all go over there? I mean, why don't they all go over there? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Noble, thank you. Tell me get them likes up. Hey, Coco Chanel. I don't know if I spoke to you already. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I hope I did not miss anybody. But okay, so hold on. All right. Okay, so basically about this book. It's a recent book, this recent book that just came out, and it said this is Kim's Lost Words. It has serious accusations against Sean Diddy Combs, including assaulting his late girlfriend. And you know what? One thing, okay, let me go back because I want to read what she said about Cassie. Uh, oh gosh, I wish I would have. Never mind. Oh yeah, one of the exes in there. One of the exes, as far as when Sean Diddy had told Kim that he was dating somebody new. A lot of people think the exes was J Lo, and if you know, it's like fill in the blank. A lot of the people whose names are mentioned in here that has exes, it's kind of like fill in the blank. You know, if you know your history, if you've been following this a long time, if you like into the celebrities and shit like that, you might quickly be able to guess who's who. But yeah, J Lo, her name was mentioned there. Not really her name, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so it says, including his late girlfriend, which is Cassie, of course, recording a sexual encounter with a male teenage pop star. This is some of the stuff that's in the book. Some of the stuff that's in the book. So it includes assaulting his late girlfriend, recording a sexual encounter with a male teenage pop star, and hosting sex parties with an Oscar-winning actor and his wife. The book, titled Kim's Lost Words, is a 60-page compilation purported to be from the diaries of Kim Porter, who was the mother of three of Combs' children and passed away from pneumonia in 2018. Her friends reportedly leaked these diaries. It chronicles Combs' eventful romantic life spanning from 1990s to Porter's last year on Earth. Allegations include Combs' affairs with various prominent male and female artists and wild orgies at his residence that Porter also attended. This book hit shelves on September 6th, just days before the rapper and founder of Bad Boys Records was charged with racketeering and sex trafficking by federal prosecutors in New York. The brief memoir contains unsettling allegations, including claims that Diddy slapped Porter. Yeah, I read that. That he slapped her in a moment of anger and even threatened her life. He slapped the mess out of her. And when she realized that he liked it in the booty. In the book, Porter details how she found and made copies of tapes showing Diddy and sexual encounters with young men he managed. This includes a purported tape with an 18-year-old pop star who later became a household name. In the memoir's last recorded moment, Porter becoming critically ill sends a chilling text to her friend saying, "He got me," before dialing 911. The memoir was published by Chris Todd, a producer based in LA. He asserts that Porter had given a thumbs drive containing her writings to close friends, which he then obtained and modestly edited for publication under the pseudonym Jamal Millwood. The book was printed in Las Vegas on September 7, 2024. While Todd has not provided documentary proof of the memoir's authenticity, He has made hard copies available for sale on Amazon. I was lucky enough to meet someone that purported to having Kim Porter's flash drive, Todd explained. I know the celebrity source pretty well. I know how close they were to Kim and Diddy and all the people in the hip hop community. This was supposedly for Kim Porter from the grave to come forward and tell her story. Todd initially hesitated to associate his name with the book due to safety concerns. This is a dangerous situation, and I didn't want to claim ownership of Kim's words, but now I'm willing to come forward because of the recent arrest of Sean Combs. Now that the federal government has finally acted, I feel safer to come forward, he explained. Some of the scandals mentioned in the book have previously surfaced in reports. For instance, it's alleged that in 1999, Diddy pulled a gun out and fired shots in a nightclub, then supposedly blamed it on Shine, a rapper at his label. And we all know about that. Shine took the blame, and he spent a lot of time in jail. Both Diddy and his then girlfriend J Lo was arrested following the incident, but only Shine faced charges, fueling ongoing rumors about Diddy's involvement. Other allegations and incidents like star-studded orgies have been outright denied by those purportedly involved. According to the memoir, he hosted parties that were just a fancy name for orgies called freak-offs, and everyone wanted in, it claimed. We not only had threesomes, we also swapped partners. Uh-huh. Our sex life now what when they say that, now again, one of the people allegedly in this book, and again, a lot of the celebrity names are xed out, and you just kind of gotta guess who they talking about. But one of them they say is Will Smith. We also know that Will Smith and Jada used to do that swinger shit, right? I don't think they still do, but they used to do that swinger shit, right? And they said we not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. She did call him straight gay. In the book, she did call him straight up gay. And she did tell him that he was straight up gay. Of course, a man of that caliber, a man of that stature, with that power in the industry he is, he ain't about to say, "Yeah, I'm gay." We just doing freaky stuff. That's all. That's all. I'm not gay. I'm not bi. Anyway, Porter also claimed she was involved with a well-known married woman. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was, and Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with a chart-topping rapper and the woman's husband. Porter reportedly expressed relief in the memoir that she was not invited to participate in certain activities. I was grateful I wasn't asked to join in that room, and noting her dislike for the rapper involved. She disclosed that her relationship with Diddy was open and claimed she frequently slept with the legendary late rapper Tupac Shakur, and we all knew this already. The memoir alleges that the first instance of violence from Combs occurred when she refused his request involving the strap on. Yep, we just talked about that. He slapped the dog shit out of her. That was the first time he hit her. And it was when he asked for her to put a strap on and dig him out from behind. Diddy purportedly plead, "I just can't stop thinking about that night. It was amazing. Can you screw me one more time?" Now that is in the excerpts, the free samples, and it led to a heated exchange. First of all, she did it the first time, even though she didn't want to. And then she stopped messing around with his ass. And then he basically was like, "Oh, I love you," and all this kind of stuff, telling her what she wanted to hear. And they end up hooking back up again. And she said a year and a half later, he told her, "I still can't stop thinking about that night." Now, when he first, allegedly, this is in the book, when it first happened, he asked her, he begged her to do it. He said, "It's just one time. I just want to experiment. I just want to do something different. I want to see what the hype is. I want to see, he claimed that was the first time when she did it the first time. But of course, most of us believe he had been doing this shit for a while before he even met her, right? But then the second time, a year and a half later, he said, "I can't stop thinking about that night. It was amazing. Can you screw me one more time, please?" And that is what led to the heated exchange. And that's when he slapped her. Yep. And then she became infuriated and suggested Diddy should be instead intimate with a male music executive, which was Clive, which she suspected he was involved with. Then he hit her. She said this was the first time, but it was hard. And before I could form the words, he began to beg, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Holding my cheek where he hit me, I turned and ran off. That should have been it, but I guess I am a glutton for punishment. The memoir also describes a violent episode at Porter's apartment. He fiercely slammed me to the ground, then he pulled out a 22 handgun and sat it on the end table. Sounds familiar? Sounds like something they said Kelly did, huh? Mm-hmm. Taking me a little sip. He kneeled on one knee and got right in my face to say, You're mine. You don't have a choice in that now. I can't live without you. He is a terrifying monster, the book claimed. This is so eerie. Y'all, this is so eerie. Not only because a lot of people have already speculated or were skeptical of her death in the first place, especially since she was so healthy. Like right before she got sick. People around her claimed she was so healthy. And then she died. You know. But yeah. They said in a shocking lawsuit, it was claimed that Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones' face and even drugged him prior to sexual encounters. Oh, wow. Oh. In response, Combs' attorney, Sean Hawley, countered, We have overwhelming, undisputable proof that he claims are complete lies. Oh, okay. I see what they're talking about now. Okay. So it says Combs currently is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn after pleading not guilty to federal charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and a prostitution-related crime following his arrest at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan. The indictment from a New York grand jury, which was filed on September 12th and unsealed shortly after, alleges that Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. The charges paint a grim picture of a criminal enterprise under Combs' direction involved in serious crimes, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. According to the indictment, Combs orchestrated freak-offs, drug-laden orgies lasting several days with male sex workers, all of which he filmed. These events allegedly involved Combs directing and participating, which, while provided drugs like ecstasy, ketamine, BHB to maintain high energy levels among participants. Post these events, it is claimed that Combs and others involved will receive IV fluids to recover from the intense physical and drug-related strain. Damn. A few days of fucking, a few days of orgies, not just fucking, but orgies. That ain't fucking one person. That's fucking a lot of motherfuckers, right? Further details reveal Combs' staff covertly reserved hotel rooms for these orgies, equipping them with items like baby oil, lubricant, and additional bed sheets. During searches of his properties early in the year, authorities reportedly found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. When I say that lubricant, remember I was talking about that anal ease the other day? That anal ease, that's the best thing for back door. That baby oil, that lotion, things like that, that'll get you all kind of, child. You can end up really messed up if you don't use the right stuff for the back door. I'm just saying. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But yeah, it said additionally, 3 AR-15 rifles with altered serial numbers were discovered, dismantled in his Miami residence, alongside loaded ammunition magazines. Combs' defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, criticized the charges as an unjust prosecution, asserting on Monday he is an imperfect person, but he ain't no criminal. He ain't no criminal. Lord, let me read y'all comments. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. Okay, I read that about the strap on. I read that about the baby daddy. Okay, let me make sure. Good life. Thank you. Thank you. Diddy could have been gone. His ego made him think he's above the law. Yep, he could have been gone. All the money he got. What up, conscious energy? Definitely a kerfuffle. What up, Smooth Carter? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, you said hold on one second. Okay, so Ronnie Howard said, Charlie, whoever added and manipulated it, they say it's fake. Shy girl, what up, Shy girl? I'm dubious about this book. I just think someone is trying to capitalize. Thank you. Shy, that's what a lot of people believe, Shy. I had said that over and over. Why wait now? Why wait now? If y'all really thought this girl had something done to her, why wait all this time? If y'all have these excerpts, these memoirs, words from her, why wait now? And that's what a lot of people think. And of course, a lot of people is buying that book. And so, did the guy who wrote the book, Todd, did he say all the money was going to her estate or going to her children? Did he say that? Going to her family? Going to some type of nonprofit that they had put in her name afterwards? Did they say anything about the revenue from the books, where it was going? I would like to know. Charlie said, I was hoping it was real, Miss. It might be, Charlie. We don't know, Charlie. It might be. I do believe. I mean, just from reading what I read, the free samples on Amazon, some of that stuff really sounds believable. Some of the stuff really sounds believable. But people are saying that, it's really not from her. You know? But truthfully speaking, I can imagine anybody can put together a book about Diddy, about this society, the freak offs, allegations, things like that. It's so much out here for anybody. And mind you, it's only 65 pages. It's literally like a pamphlet. It's a short book, a little book. So, it's not like it's hundreds and hundreds of chapters. It's, but they say Kim Porter and Kimora Lee was lovers too. Well, she did mention some other women that she slept with as well. When you messing around with people like, man, the thing about it, when you first start the book off, she mentioned several times how several things had happened. And she kept saying, why did I stay? It's eerie to me too, those words, because Cassie, she stayed 10 years and she suffered so much abuse. And it's like, why do they stay? And that's why Kaya and a lot of other people, they criticize these women. I try my best not to criticize women who have been in predicaments like this, because you really have to be in somebody's shoes. Now, me personally, I done had something happen to me. I didn't talk to y'all about it before. I was a very, very, very young adult. I mean, fresh out of high school, literally. Very young adult. And I had a man put his hands on me. Broke into my house in the middle of the night, grabbed a butcher knife out of my kitchen drawer, and held me hostage in my apartment with a knife up to my throat until the police came. And that was the last time. When I say the last time, and that time probably wouldn't have happened, but I was asleep. I was knocked the fuck out. He broke into my house. I mean, I really didn't have like much of you know, many options. I was asleep. Like, you get woke up out of your sleep in your eyes and shit. You ever been snatched up out of your sleep by someone, like your parents or something, when you late for school? Get the fuck out! And you just go, like, that shit was crazy. I'm like, am I having a nightmare? Am I dreaming? Like, am I really being held with a butcher knife to my throat by my ex? I mean, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. I'm like, but anyway. So yeah, it's certain situations where some people find themselves in, and it's like they didn't see it coming. And then there's certain situations where people find themselves in a situation and they stay. And they stay. And they keep hoping things will change. She went from putting a strap on with this dude, tearing his butt up, pun intended, to being abused when she didn't want to do it, to still suffering other abuse as well. And then it turned to parties and drugs and orgies and just all kinds of things. And she stayed. She stayed. A lot of these people stay, especially when they with people with a lot of power and with a lot of money, and they think like nobody's going to believe them, or they scared that something might happen to them. Yeah, Pete Diddy has reached. Yeah, yep, yep. But it's so much. I know it's so much that people have not told that we probably might not ever know. We might not ever know. But with Diddy and them saying that he might snitch, I'm really looking forward to that, child. You talking about this might be the only thing. Let him snitch. Let him get on that stand and start snitching. Or take a plea or something and start turning people in. Boy, this shit, I'm gonna be on that shit like white on rice. I ain't even lying. I ain't even lying. Now Charlie said, let's see. Let's see what Charlie say. I mean, you would have to be drugged out to do all that. Yeah, you would have to be drugged out to do all that. Like your adrenaline would have to be going on 1,000. I mean, shit, give me a couple of rounds in one night, and I'm like, damn, I don't even want to go to fucking work in the morning. How can I call off? Can I fake a child being sick? Can I fake me being sick? Fake the tire on flat, the car won't start. Like 2 or 3 rounds in the middle of the night, and and that's even when you young. When you're young and got all that stamina, you still be wanting to sleep the rest of the damn day. So going 2 days, not with one person, but orgies, ain't no telling how many people they were sleeping with. And that is like really disgusting. It's no wonder. I can't believe like a lot of them. And you know what? I wouldn't want this on anybody, but it's a wonder why a lot of them have not died for certain diseases. It's a wonder. It really is. It's a wonder. But anyway, that's all I got on this. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the allegations of the book. Give you a little tea on what I'll be sure had to say about the book and how he also thinks that this book is fake. And he was with Kim Porter for some time and was in her life all the way up until her death. Has a son by her and everything. But yeah, some people are saying the book is not true. The book is fake. But if you read it for yourself, or listen to some of the people who are reading it online, because a lot of people are reading the book live online. So whether you read it or whether you order it or listen to it, a lot of things in there sound like they can be pretty factual, though. Certain elements of the book can be pretty factual. And I just have to say, from just a short part that I have read, one thing again that I have to say that I do believe could have possibly happened was that he definitely was probably involved with the death of Pop and also Biggie. Also, it's just hard to believe. Eh, well, I'll let y'all read it yourself. I'll let y'all read it yourself. But just the part that they were talking about how there was a threat of a hit, allegations of a hit on Pac during during a breakfast order with Diddy. So, and they talking about it could have been 6 six people being unalive at either his hand or his order. So, y'all take it as what y'all want to take it as. But yeah, so far what I read is really juicy. I ain't gonna lie. Whether we believe it all or not, it was really juicy. You think he gonna tell on everybody? You said a domino effect. You said Al Sharpton, TD Jakes, girl, QI. I'm telling you, yeah, a lot of the character names were X'd out but again, if all the things that we heard over the years when they talk about like celebrities, like wives and their husbands, when they talk about swingers and swapping, when they talk about teenagers and young artists who were big around a certain time period, I mean, all the rumors over the years help you imagine who those names are. But again, check the book out or listen to some of the bloggers who are reading it and put together your own opinion. Come to your own resolution. But on that note, I'm about to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for joining me this early evening. Make sure if you haven't already liked and shared the video to please do so. Also, please feel free to join the membership. Oh, Quincy Jones. You know what? Every time I think of Quincy Jones along these type of topics, QI, you know who I think about? I'm gonna let you guess real quick before I wrap up. But yeah, you guys, if you want to join the membership, please make sure you hit the join button. And also, if you want to donate to the commentary, it's $ the hood table 402 on Cash App. But QI, I know you know who I'm thinking about. Nope. Come on, QI. There you go. Tevin Campbell. There you go. Tevin Campbell. Nobody make me believe that he wasn't involved with Tevin when he was young. Nobody. Allegedly. Allegedly. Nobody. Mm-mm-mm. But anyway, MJ, yeah, a lot of people have made accusations about that too. It's just it's just a lot of weird things was going on to a lot of the young celebrities back then. Weird things. And yeah, I believe Tevin. Yeah. But anyway, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.